nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, chosen ones, you already know. I have to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates, and I want you to leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't happen to get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you're going to get it through somebody else, all right? Thank you, love you too. So be patient with your process. Also, chosen ones, you already know. My voice is too raspy to be whispering, all right? So this is about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, okay? So before we get started, as always, I want to thank you so much in advance. Thank you, Yellow. Thank you so much in advance for all your love, like, share, subscribes, your gifts, kind words, not only to myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lady Z, because I don't always get the pause in the middle of my message to relay it to you. Thank you for the full light. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you. So chosen ones, again, when I post this on YouTube, I got you, okay? So I had to come back with the message, chosen ones, because God was like, nah, I need you to focus on their enemies real quick. I need you to focus on and let them know that y'all have stepped into the season of your vindication. See, when I say that, chosen ones, because there's certain individuals that's been plotting on you, been watching you, trying to stop you, trying to throw certain hurdles towards you, to delay you, so on and so forth, right? And this has been going for extended part of your life. So this is not something that's new to you. This is something that you've been going through. It may have started with the people who actually gave birth to you. See, I want you to realize that those spells are now broken. See, when I say that, chosen ones, there's some of you that didn't realize that the people that gave birth to you have been focused on speaking spells on you. See, they may not have realized at the time that they was doing, but let me explain it, right? See, you have to realize, chosen ones, magic, spells, so on and so forth, are words with intentions behind it. You understand? So them saying certain things to you, intentionally trying to disrupt you, trying to make certain insecurities within you, them speaking certain things over your life that don't belong to you, it was almost like they were projecting on you. So they didn't heard somebody said it, so they repeated it, right? So this is that mother talking about you'll never be anything in your life. This is that mother talking about, oh, if you got kids, you're not going to be able to live. This is that father talking about, if you ain't got finances, you're not really a man. This is that father that talks about, oh, you got to have various females in order for you to seem like you ahead, so on and so forth, right? They done spoke spells on you. This is that mother that's taught you or trained you how to restrict yourself or almost mold yourself into what they wanted to be, you chosen ones. So they molded you into what worked for them. You understand me? So I want you to realize, chosen ones, that a lot of the times your parents or the people who raised you were the individuals who introduced this cycle to you. These are the individuals, chosen ones, that they molded you into what works for them. So if you was out there an inquisitive child, somebody who asked a lot of questions and they were stressed out, so therefore you asking a lot of questions did not work well with them, so they told you that you talk too much. They told you to be quiet. If you was an active child where, again, you was out here doing different sports, doing certain flips, whatever the case may be, and they told you to sit down, you do too much, you doing too much. Whole time God was saying that was your line purpose, that was your path. See, now all of a sudden they told you to sit down before, but now the very thing that they told you not to do were the things that has your abundance coming in. See, that child that they talked about talked too much, asked too many questions, now they so intellectual, now they grasp certain concepts, now they have certain degrees, now they have certain positions that they're seeing. See, that child that sat there and asked all those questions, now they had those answers to them, and now again they're sitting there, the only person that has the ability to assist the same people that told them not to be them. See, chosen ones, that same child that they talk about, you move around too much, oh, you jumping around too much, oh, you too active, the whole time, all of a sudden, flash forward or fast forward to now the future you or the current you, now you getting paid to do certain things that you getting paid to do. So whether or not that's a sport, whether or not that's gymnastics, now all of a sudden they want to speak so much life into it because it's creating certain finances. See, you better watch out for these people that are speaking spells. See, I told you that these spells, chosen ones, you broke them. See, what they spoke on you, you started to reverse it. See, you started speaking life into you. You understand? So whatever they said towards you, Now all of a sudden it's working for you. See, chosen ones. There's certain people that sat there, and again, we're speaking special. So outside of your family, there were certain friends. These are the friends that, oh, why everybody like her? Why everybody like him? So-and-so ain't even got bread like that. So-and-so is with a cheater who cheats on him. So-and-so don't even got a nice crib like that. They taking pictures of your effed up background to, you understand, trying to act like they trying to get you in the picture, but they trying to get your background too because they making fun of you. Or this is that person that, again, talking reckless about you, again, limiting you because they felt like you was competition. See, the whole time, chosen ones, you're not in competition with nobody but yourself. Now hear me out. See, we done heard that all our life, right? And sometimes we like, man, I ain't trying to hear that shit. But it's true. See, you in competition with yourself because these people call themselves trying to imitate you. So even the people, your enemies, they try to become you when they realize that they couldn't beat you. So now chosen ones, again, they thought that they could be you, but then they blew a fuse trying to be you because they're not equipped to carry the same energy as you. So when I tell you that you only going against yourself because they trying to be you as well. So again, they almost like a knockoff version of you. So you going against you, the lesser value. Man, come on now, chosen ones. You better know that. These individuals that are watching you, the people that go out of their way to leave certain comments towards you, best believe that they getting influenced by you too. See, now they mad. First they was mad because other people liked you. Other people gravitated towards you. They seen all the light in you and they thought that you was just trying to get attention. See, you sat there and was ducked off, chosen one. You ain't even want recognition. You was sitting there laid back. You understand, doing your thing. They was mad because they tried their hardest to be center of attention and they'll never be it. See, you was that person that was sitting back. Everybody else was dancing front center. You was sitting at the back table eating your food, just doing you, and people still gravitated all the way through the crowd just to see what you was doing. See, people noticed you. See, there's certain people, chosen ones, that when you was insecure, they sat there and took that as a trigger because they knew that you was something great. They knew that you should have been thinking bigger. So when you was out there talking about you wasn't beautiful, you wasn't handsome, you don't even got it like that, you not even that, they took offense to it because they felt like you was just saying things to be getting attention. So you know how certain people be like, oh, well, no, they'll say that they're gaining weight and they weigh like a buck. It's like, yo, you barely wearing this shit, but they want people to compliment them. Or those people that'll deliberately say bad things about themselves so that you up boost them. That's that boost of the ego. That's what they thought that you was. But you not evil. See, chosen ones, at that point in time, you ain't know who you was. Because everybody around you try to persuade you that you was somebody else. See, when I tell you, chosen ones, your enemy's been trying to work on you for a few seasons. See, chosen ones, when I tell you that this is a season that you reaping, but they starting to experience certain things too. Now, what do I mean, chosen one? See, again, you already encountered certain individuals that were trying to attack you. See, this is family, friends, so on and so forth that the devil sent in, dressed up like they was your divine person, dressed up like they was on your team whole time. They was trying to overthrow you. You understand me? So, chosen ones, when I tell you that some of these people try to do magic to keep your finances restricted. See, there's certain people that was doing magic to get certain finances quicker. See, you not somebody that do that. We don't play in magic. God made us magical. See, the things that you try and conjure up, he already put in us. So we ain't even got to do no hocus pocus shit. We don't even got to do no mama say, mama sign, mama sign, mama say. We ain't got to do all that. We ain't got to put nobody in no damn bottles. We ain't got to get no grave dirt either. You understand me? So, chosen ones, when I tell you that these individuals, again, they sit there and wanted to stop your finances. God used them as a demonstration. See, God was like, yo, so-and-so was not what they got on them. That wealth's within them. You stupid. See, they sat there and thought that, again, you wasn't rocking certain labels. You ain't have no new whips. You ain't have that new crib. But wherever you sat there and was at, chosen ones, you made the best of it, right? So this is almost like, chosen ones, any place that you go, you can create a home, right? So you could have been in the middle of the trap, but best believe inside your house didn't reflect that. Or, chosen ones, you could have sat there and been raised in the hood, but you sitting there living your life good. You sitting there, raised your vibration, so you not like your surroundings. See, chosen ones, you different. That's why they mad. See, chosen ones, when I tell you they try to stop your finances, start thinking that was going to hold you back. See, God just sat there and had you get familiar with yourself. Because at that point in time, you could have been getting influenced by everybody else. You could have felt like you making it means that you had a mansion. When 100,000 could have got you your house and you could have been happy and had finances. See, chosen ones, don't let these devils and demonic individuals gas you up to feel like you don't have enough. Because everything that you currently have is a exactly what you need in order to obtain what God has for you. So everything that you already are is all you need. You just waiting for the opportunity to present itself. You understand? So you got to stand in your truth longer than they live in their lie. But hear me out. See, they try to stop your finances, chosen ones. See, they ain't know you. It's how they say you don't know Baby D like I know Baby D. See, they ain't know you. See, you used to making something out of nothing. See, they ain't realized that at that point in time, you was used to certain struggles. See, you the same person that could take that pack of noodles and that sauce and that meat, mix it all together, and you got a whole meal for 2 weeks or a week, whatever the case may be, for you and your children together. See, chosen ones, you that person that had $20 to your name, put 10 in your tank, may have been riding on fumes until you got paid, but you still made a way. See, chosen ones, you that person that if your lights got cut off, you still the light, you sat there and still made certain things. See, when I tell you, chosen one, there's some of you that's feeling bad and sad about yourself, talking down, thinking that you went through all these things and you're just shut your ass up. And I'm gonna say this, right? Because soon as you get to the position that you want to be in, you're gonna be out here bragging in a sense about what you've been through. So think about this. When you started off with that crib, you were sleeping on a pallet. You may have had one pan to your name. Your ass may not have plates or nothing, right? You sat there and again, you just had your new crib. See, that was a wish that God granted. See, previously chosen ones, you was praying for certain finances to come through. Now God presented this place for you. Now you was able to get this place, correct? Okay, cool. So he checked something off your list. That's a prayer that you previously had, right? Okay, cool. You sat there and said you needed finances. He presented that job to you. You may sit there and be huffing and puffing, but your ass got something because that's what you wanted. You in the middle of your manifestation. See, all of a sudden, then you talking about how you needed a place to stay. You were sick of living with your mother, so on and so forth, whatever the case may be. See, some of you are limiting yourself. You're not out there moving to new places because you're investing in these places that you're at. See, you can't pay your rent and somebody else's rent, chosen ones. You're going to have to choose. You understand? See, God is only going to give you enough tools for certain positions to get presented to you, and he wants to see what you're going to do, almost like a game of operation. So think about the game of operation. It's almost like that buzzer game, right? Like, this is shaped as a bone. You got to make sure you use this tool and get it out the shape correctly without it hitting it. Okay, use this. So God almost gave you, inside you is a whole tool chest, right? You got every tool that you need, right? Okay, chosen one. So what does he do? He presents a few things. Where would you use this tool? What is the tool for you? Okay, love. Now, this position I present, does this call for you to use, how they would say, the screwdriver, the hammer, or the wrench? Okay, well, this position, does this call for you to use detachment, discernment, or love? Which one? Which tool would you use? It's almost like that Dora show where she like, backpack, which one will you select? And we waiting. That's what it is. You understand? So, chosen one, you already got all the tools that you need. Your talents, your way of thinking. You understand me? Your gifts, you already got that. You already knew who you were, but these people try to persuade you that you weren't. So, chosen ones, when I tell you you got all the tools, you just wait and be patient to see what position gets presented to you, and what would you use? Love. For this person, oh, nah, I got to use discernment because the energy that I'm feeling doesn't match up to what they presented. Oh, nah, they not real. Okay, for this situation, detachment. Do I need to detach from this person, the circumstance, the location, whatever the case may be? God will provide you the tool or the situations, and you look in the tools within you to see what you need to use, chosen ones. It's a team effort. You understand? This is training purposes. So just know the people that try to stop your finances, God was like, so-and-so ain't the bread or the belt that they got on them. They got the wealth within them. They are divine individual. They chosen. So best believe God gonna make sure that you got everything that you got. You got a father that's in your life. You understand me? God's not that person or that father that played half-ass. God's not that mother that didn't step up and play her position. Nah, God is somebody that's solid from the day that you came through. You understand me? He ain't never left your side. What you need, he got you. He may have gave it to another individual to give you when they chose not to, but there's no way that he always made sure that you had. That's why you in the position that you in, and as you overcoming the things that you've been. See, chosen ones, when I tell you, again, think about this. You are currently in the middle of your manifestation. So the same time that you talking about, oh, well, let me give you an example. Growing up, right? My mother, we had times where our electric got cut off, right? See, at that point in time, it could have been the hardest part and time in my mom's life. She had 7 kids. Her babies is in there in the dark. You understand? No electric, no running water, whatever the case may be at that point in time. Now, hear me out, chosen ones. It was the worst time in her life, but Let me tell you, that's the reason why I love camping and I watch camping the way that I do. When I was little, I loved that. See, that's why I say I like the elements. I don't like the bugs, certain bugs and shit that come with it. But Chosen Ones, that was like a campsite to us. You understand me? But that also prepared me for certain stuff. See, Chosen Ones, we made certain light out of darkness. We had candles. We used our resources. See, we ain't have a refrigerator running at that point in time. We had the coolers and packed ice up on it. See, we thought about certain meals that could stretch, whatever the case may be. We made sure that we had certain jugs filled up. See, Chosen Ones, when I tell you, God sits there and put certain things presented in front of you that's going to help you later down the road. See, think about that perspective. Your lights get cut off. You feeling so worse in your life. You feeling negative, so on and so forth. What's the difference between that and actually going camping? It's the choices, right? One is under your control and one isn't, right? So if that was you volunteering to take your family camping instead, which means that you're volunteering and being away from electricity and running water, in a sense, you're going to make do with what you can. You're going to sit there and make sure that you have enough as far as to cover yourself, in a sense. See, Chosen Ones, what's the difference between certain positions that get presented? It's the fact that, again, you may not want them at that point in time. See, Chosen Ones, when I tell you, again, certain times that you had to let me say, as far as like run the boiling water and let it cool off, whatever the case. We didn't have places where, again, we had hot water, no cold water, so we had to fill the tub up and wait a little bit for it to cool down before we could step in. See, those situations, and I promise you right now, my children haven't had to experience none of them, right? But this is what's so funny. My son always tells me, Mom, you know what, this might not feel right for you, but I'm happy that you went through certain struggles, because you know how to do certain things that other people don't know how to do. So the same thing that you was feeling bad about yourself for, the same thing, Chosen Ones, that you was looking bad about yourself for, is inspiring to other people. You teaching them how to do certain things that they wouldn't be able to survive from. You understand me? You had to get through it to show other people how to do it too. So think about chosen individuals. You almost like, think about the game Floor Had Lava, right? See, when I was younger, we used to play the floor was lava, right? So we should jump from thing to thing. I used to always be the first person to start it off, right? And everybody else could follow me. See, Chosen Ones, when I tell you, you that person that got that connect, in a sense. God has those bunchy those wires, them cords, or whatever the case may be, connected to you. So if you was to fall, he's going to save you. There's the net that's underneath you. That's your faith. Other people don't got that. You understand me? You got favor over your life. So therefore, sometimes you got to jump out there first in order for people to see what moves that they need to make too. But the enemy really didn't know about you, Chosen One. Some of you didn't know about you. See, they try to stop your finances, and you still found your way. See, when I tell you, Chosen Ones, 1 second, let me make sure my charger. See, when I tell you those circumstances that you went through, you sat there and made that individual feel worse that was putting certain projections on you. So that person that was doing magic on you to stop your finances, a lot of the times it was certain females that was connected to certain masculines, and masculines that was connected to certain females that you ain't had nothing to do with, whatever the case may be, right? They just seen you and they was triggered by you, and they knew that they partner probably wanted, whatever the case may be. Just hear me out, Chosen Ones. There's people that put certain curses or try to curse your finances. Now, when you believe that those curses worked, it seemed like you gave them power. You believed that. But when you realized God was like, oh, nah, so-and-so ain't take your bread, I was holding on to it instead. I put it up so nobody got to it. It's different. So think about you in your house and you don't see your bread. Automatically, you start assuming and you start pointing fingers like, yo, so-and-so got this. So-and-so had to. They was the last person. You sitting there knowing their intention. So-and-so's a petty-ass thief. So I know if anybody took it, it had to be them. Whole time, all of a sudden, you talk to your mom, you talk to your people, and they talking about, nah, I put it up because I knew so-and-so was around. See, you gave so-and-so too much power. They didn't stop your finances. They tried to, but God sat there and stopped it because he knew that they was watching you. He like, watch what they gonna do. You know that little Mad TV where he like, look what I could do. That's how God was like, nah, look what they about to do. See, you talking about Chosen Ones. You ain't have to do what they did in order to get certain advances, right? See, you ain't have to sell yourself short. You ain't ain't have to do no spells. You ain't have to sell yourself and have sex with all these people in order for you to have your come up. See, you ain't have to sit there and do little scams, PPP loans and all of that. See, you ain't have to use other people's identity, so on and so forth, whatever the case, to obtain certain things. See, chosen ones, all you did was listen to what God told you to do. You followed the instructions. You read over it. Things that you didn't understand, you had him explain it to you. See, chosen ones, when I tell you that your enemy got a quick glimpse of what they could have got had they did the right thing like you did, see, that's why all of a sudden everything that they built is crumbling. See, those was false promises that the devil gave them. The devil had no power to give them the things that he was claiming. See, chosen ones, you do though. See, chosen ones, when you encounter these people, they didn't believe that you were who you said you were. See, God told you not even to really try to prove yourself to them. See, chosen ones, when they cross paths with you, they were still easily getting influenced. See, when they sit there and try to restrict again certain finances to keep you limited, now your finances is coming in because you listened to what God told you to do. You followed his guidance. So you started that business. You started speaking life into you. You applied to that position that he told you that was for you. You was patient. You didn't just accept the first thing that was presented to you. You sat there and let God guide you. That's why you getting the things that you about to get. And when I tell you, chosen ones, you're getting it because you had enough vision to imagine it. See, you got to really see it all the way through in order for you to grasp those things, right? You got to see it all the way through, chosen ones. So when I say there's certain things, chosen ones, that you don't tell people until you see it all the way through, meaning that God showed you this is where you're going to go to, and you're not going to let nobody persuade you differently. God told you that this is what you're going to get, and you're going to stand with it. You understand? You got to stand in your truth longer than they live in a lie, but hear me out, right? See, chosen ones, when I tell you that when you get what you're about to get, those same people that was out here downplaying you and making fun of you, they gonna bite their words. Now, what do I mean? See, these are the people that made fun of you when God had you walking away from everybody, or had people walking away from you. They was laughing at you, talking about so-and-so's by themselves. They don't got nobody to help. So-and-so ain't got no family that rock with them. So-and-so ain't got no lover that rock with them. So-and-so ain't got this. So-and-so ain't got that. See, they sat there and talked all this stuff. Oh, so-and-so ain't even got finances like that. So-and-so ain't got even a car to get to where they need to go to. So-and-so don't even have a night. They said all of this stuff, right? Now, all of a sudden, you get everything that God told you that you was going to get. You get a flesh of abundance. Now you driving that new whip. Now you get in that position where everybody's going to see it. See, when I tell you that your uprise is going to be televised, there's no way that your enemy is not going to see this. You understand me? They can already feel it. They about to witness it. That's why they trying to project right now, because they want you to sit there and focus on them and not see it all the way through. See, we no longer repeating the past. We no longer worried about past individuals. So therefore, chosen ones, they can't knock you off of what God already said is solidified. You just got to see it through. Know what side that you want to see. When I tell you that you David and these are Goliath ass individuals, see, that scripture came up real strong, right? Now, I say this, chosen ones, David and Goliath, right? See, in that scripture, I'm just going to go through a little bit. I don't really know scriptures by heart. I go based upon what God relates to me. You understand? But let me say this, chosen ones, because I had to Google this when he kept telling me this message, right? See, in that little scripture, now I'm not going to say it verbatim, right? But Goliath, right? His people done gassed him up, thinking that, again, he had numbers behind him. He had popularity in this sense, felt like he had certain things that put him in advantage. See, David, he had God's will. He had God's faith. He had God's strength. You understand me? His future was already solidified. He just had to step up and play that position. See, God already told him going into it what he had to do. He just had to be obedient. You understand me? And follow through. See, chosen ones, when I tell you that all you got to do is be in the position that God tells you to be in, you got to see it through, and he going to be the strength behind you. See, chosen ones, when they was flinging certain magic towards you, when they was flinging all these things, they didn't have the strength like God has. They ain't had the strength that you had. See, when they was throwing certain things up, they ain't realizing due times those things was going to fall back. See, chosen ones, you was knocking them out. You ain't even have to do what they did. See, in that scripture, it talked about how David ain't had to have certain blades and swords and stuff like them. See, that's why I say you don't match energy with negative. You don't match negativity with negativity. You understand me? You sit there and are positive, because if you match their energy, you gonna match their karma and consequences too. But you not no fool. God says stand up for you, but you don't do it how they do, right? So these people try to attack you by they try to destroy you by doing magic. They try to destroy your character by getting at other people's inboxes talking reckless about you. They try to sit there and act like they had a story about you. They try to persuade certain people to down you. Whole time, chosen ones, you was the setup. God was like, nah, I want you to attach to everybody that's negative. I want you to attach yourself to everybody that sits there and try. See, when I say attach, I'm not talking about you. The people that sat there and came to try to befriend you, to betray you, to attack you, so on and so forth, kept trying to come conjure energy from you, try to destiny swap all of these things because they seen that your dream was going to come true. See, chosen ones, when I tell you that God used you as a setup, because he knew that they was going to have to get more people to help them. He knew that you by yourself, they already knew that you would knock their asses out. So what did they do? Try to get a team behind them, right? Paid practitioners, got their homegirls to gang stalk you, homeboys to gang stalk you, had this person messing around trying to do this to you, had this person coming towards you to try to sleep with you to destroy you, all these things, right? See, chosen ones, they ain't even realize that God had you intentionally calling them in. So everybody that was in that web that they was connected to, they gonna feel that wrath. So you set everybody up, right? See, you came in there, they thought that you was the underdog in a sense, right? See, chosen ones, this is almost like they got chose for that team because of somebody that they knew. So this is almost, if this is basketball, it's like they only made a team because the people that they are cool with, they pops was the coach, or they was the ride to the game, or whatever the case may be. They ain't have no talent. Or this is football, that person was big as shit, they ain't really have no talent, but they size, people was like, yo, you should be in that position and recommended it for them, right? So there's certain people that had people around them gassing them up. Now hear me out, chosen ones. They sat there and had certain positions based upon what other people was giving them, right? So they was born with a family with money. They had family that always supported them, poured into them. Even if it was as far as negativity, they still did that shit. They had other higher people up that was doing black magic and caught up in all that corruption. Whatever the case may be, they had all of these people, correct? Okay, cool. So they had to have a team in order to try to attack you, and you still whoop their ass one by one. Like, they feel stupid. So they gonna try to bring the biggest of them all. They swindlers. So they'll send the masculine that's a Rico Suave to try to persuade you to give up everything. They'll send the feminine in to try to distract you with her body, whatever the case may be. They'll send your mother in to distract you or speak certain insecurities or doubt within you. They'll send the auntie or sister that has expectations of you. They'll send certain people, right, in order to try to deter you, try to distract you. Now hear me out, chosen ones. They only play themselves. See, all you had to do is get in position. And at one point in time, God's going to tell you, all right, chosen ones, just flick y'all's lights on. See, chosen ones, when I tell you that you got a light so bright that darkness has nowhere to escape to, that God will put you in the middle of a dark-ass room just to destroy those individuals, just because he know that if they try you, what's going to come and slide behind you. See, chosen ones, when I tell you that you was the setup, like, matter of fact, oh, you walked over there and they was bullying you. Oh, you walked over there and they was talking stuff to you. Oh, you walked over there. Okay, well, send so-and-so over there then. Because I know damn well if they try something, we going to war about them. So go ahead. See, God will sit there and have who they destroy, or you're the vindication for everybody else that they encounter. So it may have worked for everybody else, but when they came in contact with you, they took themselves down. See, they didn't even realize that when they was working on you, they was working on them. See, they really believed that they was you in their head, chosen one. They really thought that they was you. So when they called themselves attacking you, they didn't realize that they was attacking them. They wasn't familiar with the feeling because they was so much caught up in your energy. So the whole time they was taking themselves out, they really could have kept or skipped a few steps, but they took the long way around to suicide in a sense. No disrespect, I'm not encouraging it, but that's what they did. They tried to take you out, and God says an eye for an eye, so they took themselves out instead. See, even pertaining to children, oh, they try to take your children, theirs will go. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. Chosen ones, they gonna try so bad. They was praying that certain things happen to your child. What's gonna happen to theirs instead? See, God does protect babies and fools, but sometimes their baby getting taken away is them saving that baby too. Now it gets to come back through somebody else that deserves them. See, everybody chosen ones, when I tell you certain things are getting presented, certain things are getting presented. See, when I tell you chosen one that certain people are having a ending, certain people are having a ending. See, when I tell you chosen ones that those same people that they sent to, you are taking down an organization. So some of you may work for a foundation and you literally are taking down that whole company. When they tried you, didn't pay you for what they were supposed to do, they disrespected you, and you called judgment on that place. Now everybody that's at that place gonna get it too. So it's almost like that movie, what's it called? Players Club. When old boy in a wheelchair say, if there's anybody in here who don't want to get murdered, get your ass out. That's what's happening right now. Like, nope. They should have got out of the Dodge. They should have took the signs and synchronicities that God was showing them, but they didn't. So now I'm telling you, they got tragic endings. Finances are not flowing for them. They getting caught up on their fraud as well. So years ago that they did PPP, now they paying for it now. As far as the fraud that they did, connected them to other frauds. So now they done took down their people in a sense. See, when you first did that PPP loan, and I'm talking to the karmics, see, you ain't even realized that one charge turned into more, right? That's a federale case. See, you accepted those funds and then you transferred them to another account. So that's wire. That's wire fraud, right? Not only that, chosen ones, the people that you was spending it at, the people that you was sending it to, the trips that you was taking and posting with certain individuals, God already presented all the receipts to these individuals. See, when I tell you that somebody's always watching, somebody's always watching, even if it's God. See, chosen ones, when I tell you that they going down, they going down. See, there's certain people that chose other people based upon the fraudulent money that they was getting. See, you did what God told you to do. So now when you get abundance, it comes in and it stays in. It's things that was earned. So you can run those numbers and everything's going to come back correct. See, chosen ones, for them, they receiving the opposite. See, there's some of them chosen ones that was doing black magic. Now their health is starting to deteriorate. There's certain people that you was almost like the fountain of youth to them. You understand me? As soon as you gave them access to you, they got rejuvenated and got renewed. God removed you from them. Now they all of a sudden getting old as shit. Now so-and-so's ass got gout, is dragging. This person in aged and puppy years, Scooby. Yo, you understand? Meanwhile, you glowing, you getting younger by the day, you feeling younger by the day. And when I say younger by the day, chosen one's age, you aging gracefully. Age is a privilege. So, but you're not aging in milk years like his ass or her ass. You're not aging in puppy years like they ass. You understand me? You are aging gracefully because you disconnected from things that was aging you. So your partners, you're seeing them old as shit. Now before he was limping because he thought that shit was cute. Now this motherfucker limping because he's slew-footed and he got gout. Now you're sitting it on down. This masculine used to be passing that pipe all around. Thought that he was getting praised because now his shit can't salute for nobody. The last salute was the last salute, motherfucker. That was it. So now shorty was out here passing around that pocket. Now her pocket's out here beatboxing. You're not getting nobody else sick, Susie. You're done. You understand? I'm trying to tell you. These people that was doing magic to try to be in certain positions. Oh, they wanted to be. God's putting you into that position before them. And guess what is so beautiful about all of this, chosen ones? Everything that they said about you, it gets returned back to them. But they get embarrassed publicly for it. Now, what do I mean? These are the same people who said, you ain't have no money. You wasn't going to have shit because nobody helping you. Nobody want to be with you. You wasn't going to get this position. You was a fake ass this. You was a fraudulent ass that. They was talking big boy shit about you, huh? Oh, that was a guaranteed win. Oh, this is that. Okay. God was like, bet. All right. Say no more. See, now you getting everything that they said that you wasn't going to get. And guess what they can't say? That you had somebody hand it to you then. Because they just said you ain't have nobody around you that rocked with you. They just said that nobody wanted to sleep with you. They just said nobody wanted to be with you. They just said that you was a fraudulent ass individual. They just said you wasn't going to have nobody that show love. You wasn't going to get that position. So everything that they said that you didn't have, now that you got certain things that you're getting now, all of a sudden they going to try to say the opposite and say that you only got that shit because of certain things. Whole time God's like, nope, it's because they did what I told them to do. You just said that they was this. Now all of a sudden you out here trying to live like this individual instead of living in your truth. See, they called you witches, chosen ones. I can speak on behalf of myself. They called me witches all the time. Because I call their asses out. See, they get mad. There's certain practitioners that always try to come on after me, right? Because I tell people not to dibble and dabble in magic. I still stand on that shit. See, the difference about me, I know who my father is. I know damn well if you even think about doing some dumb shit, you're going to end up done quick. I promise you that. So the difference is I know who my father is. You don't. I know my lineage is. I know what my strength is. I know what my gifts is. I know God don't play about me. And I know that you see that too. So chosen ones, when I tell you it's a difference, you be confident on who's backing you. They arrogant. That's ego. That's evil. Nah. We in a divinity tip. We on a divine tip. You understand me? So chosen ones, there's a difference. I'm trying to tell you. That's why they mad. This is why certain enemies are now trying to return and ask you who you were. Now they trying to get monitoring spirits. Now they want to know. Like, now they want to know. When you told them who you were, chosen ones, they ain't believe it. Now they want to know. Because now they defeated. They just want to know before they finally had their defeat, who it was that defeated them. And you say, I am so-and-so. So you say your name. I am, in my instance, I am Tasha. I am chosen by God. I am somebody that's protected, mind, body, and soul. I'm divinely aligned. You better know who you are. So when they ask who you think you are, you better say that, because whatever you say, when you say I am, you activate that energy behind it. So when you going into battle, you say I am protected. I'm protected from projections. I end my enemies quickly. You understand me? You make sure that you say that I am. That's that activation, almost like Siri, right? You say Siri, play this. Alexa, play that. So just like you do that, you say I am, and you activate that energy around you. It's nothing but greatness over here, baby. Nothing but love, light, abundance, and protection over here, baby. I'm telling you, the enemies, they already ended themselves. You don't worry about them, all right? But I have to say, chosen ones, that those people that you encountered previously, when they see you again, when they get to witness you in your position, so that quote that said, your enemies, so it's almost like your enemies, you're going to be everywhere. They're going to see you everywhere, but not be able to see you at all. So they're going to see a reminder of you every place that they look. Everything that they experience, they're going to know that they experienced it based upon what they did to you. Every loss that they have, every encounter that they have, they will never have love. They will never have finances. They will always be miserable. They will always have to work so hard to provide certain things that they'll never have enough. I'm telling you right now, God is calling judgment on your enemies, and there's no way that they're going to get up. At this point in time, it's that David and Goliath. You already knocked them out, and all you had was that slingshot with God behind you. You understand me? You had that little stone, and that was your confidence. That was your faith. And you sat there and had God backing you. That was the power behind you flinging that shit. So that strength that God sat there and hit Goliath in his head, and that was his ending, right in front of all his friends. And what they say, all the people ran away that was on Goliath's side, and they met their demise, and they sat there and had their body parts all splattered out. See, everywhere that they go, they're going to be reminded of their ending. And they ending come because they made you their enemy. See, we gave you enough time to get it together, and you chose to still do certain shit. See, all that hocus pocus shit don't work on somebody who's magical. You should have went within. See, chosen ones, I told you, magic's gonna work on somebody who's magical. But what you trying to do? You trying to conjure up a piece of me to work against me? Absolutely not, motherfucker. Absolutely not. So just know that. But I have to say, there's some of you that say that you let go of the past. And you say that because you're not physically connected to them, but mentally and spiritually you still attached. Cut that shit out. If you still replaying what they did to you, if you replaying what you went through with this individual, they still have an attachment to you. You have to create new memories. So don't worry about what your mother was to you. What type of mother are you to your child or children? Huh? Don't worry about not repeating what she did. You built differently. You already know you're not going to do that shit. So do not sit there and use all your time consuming on what the other person didn't do in your life to take up room for the new things that's coming through. No, you're going to have to choose. Before you get that new couch, you got to put that old shit out, right? All right, cool. So put it out then. What you going towards? Right now, pay attention to projections, because your enemy right now is having an ending, and because you are the cause of it, they feeling a certain type of way. Again, there's certain people that was only in positions based upon the people that they was around. And God is taking those people down. So now he's about to embarrass them in front of the rest of the remaining crew. So when I tell you, get on your David and Goliath tip, You better sit there and tap into the David in you. In you. You understand me? When I say that, chosen ones, I mean you better have that faith that know that God's going to follow through for you. You understand me? It's almost like that perfect alley-oop. You understand me? That's almost like chin checking somebody here and coming up with that drive. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, you divinely aligned. You sit there and look the enemy in their eye and call they downfall. You call them out. See, their arrogance boosting them up. When you no longer scared of them, when you no longer fearing them, when you look them in the eye and you stand solid because you know who God is backing in this situation, chosen ones, I'm trying to tell you, you're going to see them turn into a little ass boy, a little ass girl, a little ass bead, a little ass gnat, whatever the case may be. You're going to see them shrink in size. It's almost like, think about Space Jam. You know how those little aliens was small as shit, but when they took somebody else's energy, they got big in a sense. So there's some people that you was fighting physically, mentally, spiritually. They try to take on certain energy like they was divine for real. See, you forgot who you were, almost like Charles Barkley did. See, chosen ones, when you had to get reminded that you have the wealth within you, the tools within you, you don't need nothing else to access it but doing what God told you to do. See, chosen ones, now you deflating their asses. And now they ending this arriving. And you having your uprise. So dream big, baby. Dream big. I'm trying to tell you. Certain people going to ask why you got to where you got to. It's because you believed in yourself and you followed through. That's it. The difference is this person's going to give up right before this opportunity gets presented. The difference with us, we did everything that God told us to do. He told us to move and we did. He told us to be here at this time and we standing here and we receive it. See, that's the difference. They ain't listen. We did. God said, be over here at 5 a.m. Be over here at 5 a.m. It don't matter what we know what they going to do. God said, ride with me. We riding with you. Where we going to? We going to sit there until he tell us. That's just how it is, chosen one. So know that these people, you really like that. You got the cardio. How many times you had to start over, huh? How many times you hit the bottom and you had to build yourself back up? God was presenting you for the bigger race in a sense, that marathon in a sense, right? So you've been training since a young age. Again, think about sports-wise. You having to keep going back into the line every time you missed a shot, right? You started perfecting it, correct? You started really being, that's like a second nature to you in a sense, right? It comes naturally. You trained yourself for it. Other people got on the team, didn't have the ability that you had, but they only got the center of attention because of who they knew in a sense. See, now things is going to get different when that mission or that battle really gets presented. You got this. You understand me? Remember who you are. I am so-and-so. I am this, so you understand? I am divinely chosen by God. I'm divinely aligned. I'm protecting mind, body, and soul at all times. I'm victorious in any battle that I face. You understand me? I already claim victory. Already know that my future is solidified. So on and so forth. You hear me? So chosen ones, you speak it and you see it. You reversing those spells by speaking confident over yourself. Know who you are. You hear me? Again, you went back from the bottom, came back to the top various times, and now you got that cardio. So guess what? These people are getting exhausted. They winded. Now they didn't use all their strength in the beginning. Now guess what? You power up on their ass. You understand me? I love you so much. You continue to be great. I'm going to upload this later on my YouTube. If you need me, I got you. The links in my bio. Chosen ones, coaching sessions are available, all right? So it's a half an hour or an hour session. I do got 10-minute phone calls too. We talk on the phone. It's a one-on-one with you. You can ask me as many questions as you want as I relay messages to you. So initially, I'm going to tell you about your past. I'm going to tell you about your present. I'm going to tell you about your future. I always tell you about your past and your present so you know I'm a confirmation to you. I don't want you to tell me nothing about you. I'm going to tell you about you so that you know that God sent me to you. You understand? Or sent you to me. You heard me? A confirmation. Don't be out here telling everybody everything, chosen ones. That's how you know who's for you and who's not. Because they're going to be able to tell you things that only you and God talked about. The enemy, they'll fish for information. What's this about? Or they'll try to ask questions, question or say statements with questions in the end. Nah. You'll know. That's that key word. Like your mother say, no, I ain't picking you up. If I ever was to send somebody to pick you up, no, I'm picking you up. If I ever was to send somebody to pick you up, this is the code word that they going to say to you. If they don't say that code word, then that means I ain't sending them to come get you. That's the same pertaining to God. If the person that you go to, so again, if you go to tarot card readers is not bad. I feel like it's the energy behind it. There's some that's prophets, gifted. There's some people that are evil. The same way for pastors. There's some pastors that's not preaching or living what they preach are demonic ass individuals, and we know a lot of those individuals, so on and so forth. All right, so I'll say this: tarot card readers are not bad. It's the energy behind them, because I think a tarot card now, I don't use no tarot cards, no crystal balls, but I'm not downplaying those who do, because think of it like a book. Some people do picture books. Some people do can just read the chapters regularly. Some people need to see certain shit out. So again, it's the energy, chosen ones, but don't be telling your information to them. If this is a real prophetess behind that, behind those cards, whatever the case may be, the reader, whatever the case may be, you're gonna know, because you're not gonna have to tell them anything. Not no shit that, especially telling them shit that they can try to Google and just try to come up with a no, don't do that. God's gonna co-sign. You're gonna get led to them. It's a different energy, okay? So go based upon what you feel. All right. Again, I love you so much. You got this. If you need me, I got you. The link's in my bio. Y'all continue to be great. I'm going to upload this later on YouTube. All I ask, come through, like, share, subscribe, or send it to somebody that you feel needs to hear it at that time, all right? Y'all continue to be great, chosen ones. Love you, babies. Thank you. One second. Hold on. Let me see. Before we click out, babies. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, well, look, God was like, oh, you don't worry about it. I was going to answer something, but it's all right. Love you. Y'all continue to be great again, chosen ones. You are not here to persuade people to do what you do. You do what you do. If they join you, cool. If not, you are not here to waste the line or hold up the